to do today is the BAP one. Oh, where's my calendar? When did I do it? So 15th of August is when I did the BAP, and I just did Hyaron. So Hyaron is super cheap, and it's just hyaluronic acid. You can actually buy them in like boxes of 10, which is where you mostly get them. But Glamcosm, I think I've got this one from, and actually you can get them in singles and super cheap. And I think I've got 2. So it's just like hyaluronic acid, and you just, if you look at this image, so I did it in the BAP technique as well. So it's just the bioaesthetic points, just the 5s, and then you'll see, so on this image, so at least this one tells you exactly how to measure it. So if you look at the other image, the zygomatic protrusion tells you to do it, I think it's like 2 centimeters away from the corner of your eye. The nasal base is like, I think it was like said 2 centimeters, or it shows you the image, from the fold. So don't do it from like the in there, and then do it across, but it also has to be in line with your pupil. So it ends up kind of being about there. So you just let go kind of 2 centimeters across with the fold, cut down a line from your center of your pupil, and so it's about there. Whatever it is, kind of, you'll see it on the thing. Number 3 is the tragus. Tragus is that little bit of your ear, you know, the pointy bit, and you kind of, I keep saying 2 centimeters only because I can't quite remember now, but you can see it in the text, maybe 1 centimeter, but just go along from the tragus, which is just the bit of cartilage that sticks out. On the chin, you'll see that it's kind of from, I think it's like 1/3 down from the center of your mouth, and then across 1 centimeter, maybe it might have said, and then you just go stab in there. The mandibular angle is just that bit of your jaw, and then it's just go up from there. So super easy. And the whole thing about the bioaesthetic points is it's just to kind of factory floor people. So it's like in, up, next, up, next. And so it's easy to do. The points are safe points. There's nothing really can go wrong. There's no, you know, bruising. The chance of follow-up appointments are minimal. So it's kind of a way to make aesthetic professionals' life a bit easier. So what I did actually is when I did the Hyaron, I still had a wee bit left, and so like here I sometimes get kind of like red blotches. It's not quite rosacea, it kind of comes and goes, but I was just like, I'll stab a wee bit in kind of here and here that I've got left. Obviously making sure, because it wasn't in the point, still making sure then, I wasn't just free willing it, I was making sure there was still, you know, no veins or anything what's in there. But actually, because I did do it, even though I didn't do much, for about 3 weeks later, I looked like I had proper massive lip filler cheeks. It kind of looked completely normal when I was kind of resting bitch face in it, but whenever I smiled, my cheeks looked absolutely massive. So, you know, that was quite a unintended side effect, because obviously I had the bits from the BAP in here already, you know, from in here and up there, and then me kind of in essence kind of chucking like a free one in the middle. There was just a bit too much there, and even though Hyaron, you know, isn't filler, it's just hyaluronic acid, it's still a bit thick and gloopy and takes a while to dissolve, so it was having a kind of fillery effect temporarily. So yeah, I think next time. But actually saying that, once I did it, about a week, 2 weeks later or something from the initial procedure, all those kind of red blotches completely disappeared. My skin looked awesome. And when did I say I did it? Calendar. 15th of August. So what's that, 2 months ago? Yeah, 2 months to the day. Yes, that was 2 months ago. So because I was thinking about like redoing this today, but then I was like, I've got 3 videos sat there that I haven't finished, so I can't do another one until I finish these 3. But I do also have some Amy PDRN and Sonero PDRN as well, and that's just the polydeoxyribonucleotide. And I've not even opened this one, but this one does have 2 syringes in it, but the Amy one was like much cheaper. It's like $25, I think, and because it was a single as well. And that's a good thing about Glamcosm, I think, is you can buy singles kind of slightly more on the cheap, and they are much more expensive in the box because they tend to be box and multiples, but this one was quite expensive. I think it's potentially $140, can't quite remember, but it's quite good. But it's meant to sting, but with this one, I don't think I'll BAP it, I might meso it, which is kind of like, just lots and lots of tiny little injections, but it is meant to sting. But at least unlike the BAP, when you meso it, because if you BAP, your forehead's not getting anything, so because it's all kind of just down here in the cheeks really. Whereas at least if you meso, it's your full face. But I think with this one, the course is actually meant to be 4 injections anyway, and it only comes in 2. But still, because obviously there's like periods of time in between it, that's like fine, so I'll just get it. But anyway, not too sure. But the Hyaron, I do recommend, because it's just like, it's so dirt cheap. It is just hyaluronic acid with these two at the PDRN, so they've got layers of other things, niacinamide, salmon DNA, all kind of juicy things. But obviously, when I go to actually do these, I'll give you a bit more information kind of on the product and what it does and stuff on there. But at that time, can't be bothered. But I do highly recommend Hyaron, because I almost didn't get it because people are always raving about it, but they do tend to kind of want to go for the like more fancier things. But I was just like, oh, it's probably going to be really rubbish. It's just hyaluronic acid, and then it's like, well, I've used hyaluronic acid for countless years, on my face, and yeah, it's good, but it's nothing to me. But injecting it in was actually, it was awesome. I mean, the skin, and what did I say that was 2 months ago? Yeah, and I have noticed that my skin, I mean, it's not, turned really horrible, but after I did it, it did make a massive difference. All the discoloration had kind of gone. It was like the complexion looked better, my skin was juicier. So yeah, highly recommend it actually, it was quite cool. And not much else to say about it, because with BAP, there's not really much that, touch wood, can go wrong, as long as you got the measurements right of the exact location of where you're meant to be injecting, and that you're not just being insane. Because this comes in, what's it like, 2.5 mil. Just make sure, well, I made sure that I was like, right, okay, 2.5 is in the needle. What am I then gonna do? How am I gonna work it out? Because how much do I put into each area? So obviously you half the needle, and then half that into 5, and then that's how it kind of didn't work out. Because I think I worked it out, or at least I decided to, even though it's a 2.5 needle, I decided to use 2.2 worth of product. So I was like 1 mil on this side, 1 mil on that side, split it into 5, so it's obviously like, 2 each, whatever it was. And then that's how I had some left over. And then so by the time I did my 1 mil on here, 1 mil on here, I still had half a mil left. But then I say half a mil, but it's not, because obviously there's wastage and stuff going on. So I just, if that half a mil left, I just put probably like 1 mil here and 1 mil there. Is probably what I did, because there probably was a bit, some left over and stuff. So yeah, I just did the BAP on the points, and then 1 mil, and that kind of cheeky little extra bit, which even though I kind of regret it also, but then seeing that all the positive effects on my face, I might have had that anyway, so maybe that 1 mil thing actually did nothing apart from give me puffy cheeks, because oh dude, it was like so bad. And like I said, it kind of looked completely wrong when it wasn't like deformed or anything, so I wasn't actually that bothered, but my friends were making fun of me. But yeah, so when like I smiled, proper too big lip. Oh, silly. But yeah, still live and learn, as they say. So that's the BAP video for what it's worth, because I mean it's a very easy procedure to do. And what's next? Oh, the filler one. That's a more exciting one. Yeah. So well, at least for me, because I needed filler so badly. You know what I mean? But still, anyway, like, so that's the BAP one, and then so I'll stop it, and then we'll do the filler video. Ba-doo!